Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing a very quick get ready with me question and answer style video. I'm going up to a high tea today to start my early birthday celebrations with one of my girlfriends. So I thought I would film it and answer some questions while I got myself ready. It's very quick and easy. Look, as you can see, it's really nothing too crazy. It's going to be a speedy session because I am in a hurry. Written the questions down. First question that I'm going to answer is, how did you get into makeup? So, when I was 3 years old, I started doing ballroom dancing. My mum owns a dance school up in Queensland. So, being the teacher's daughter, I grew up in the dance studio. Did it my whole life until 23. So, obviously with ballroom dancing, there's a lot of glitz and glam, hair, makeup, spray tan, all of that. So, it was something that just happened really naturally. I just did a lot of makeup. I did a lot of my mum's students' makeups for dance comps when I was like, 10, 11, 12. My older sister did a makeup course. So she would take me on bridal parties with her to just help assist her when I was like 14, 15. And then when I was 16, I booked my first bridal party on my own. I wasn't very good at the time, but I was kind of like the best one around, like around the friends and the family and mum's students and their friends and families. So it was definitely a natural progression. And then when I moved down to Wollongong for ballroom dancing, I started working with Napoleon. Then I built up my clientele and then I started my own business 5.5 years later, which I've had my own business now for, it'll be 4 years this year. What do you think of the Vanish Hourglass stick? I love it. Being a stick, it's usually got a lot of wax in it, which typically isn't great for oily skin. It is going to give you more of a dewy finish. And being a stick, you need to warm it up first. So don't just draw it straight on your face and rub it in with your fingers. You need to scrape it off the top. So pretend that this is it. Scrape it off, put it onto your hand and use a brush or a beauty blender to like warm it up first. Then it will glide on and it will sit a lot better. I don't know, I find that sticks aren't typically long wearing. Anything that's super dewy isn't necessarily long wearing, but if you set it with a powder and you don't touch your face, it'll probably stay on pretty well. I didn't even wet my beauty blender. Oh, what a badass. Someone is asking, how's your pregnancy going so far? Great. I am 26 weeks today. No, 26 weeks. I was on Monday. I'm just over 26 weeks. I feel great. Nothing to complain about. Very excited. Having a little girl, she's due in June, which is like 14 weeks away. Oh, I can't wait to meet her. I only set with powder if I'm going somewhere where I need my makeup to last. Because I'm going up to the city today, we're going to do a high tea, then we're going to do some shopping. My makeup's probably going to be on for a while, so best just to set it in place. Lately, I haven't been baking because I just can't be fucked, so I bought this yesterday at Priceline. They had a half price makeup sale. Revolution Strobe Highlighter. Someone asked, what are your favorite online stores to shop at? For anything beauty, Adore Beauty. Oh my God. I love it. I buy a lot of my beauty products from there. And then I like Missguided for just good everyday, like maxi dresses, just like kind of cheap ones. Glassons, Zimmermann, not that I can afford a lot from Zimmermann, and Sabo Skirt. Number one beauty tip. I don't just have one. Drink lots and lots and lots and lots of water. I drink like 3 liters of water, sometimes 4 liters of water a day. Eat lots and lots of fruits and vegetables. Oh my God, I really sound like a mum now, don't I? But like literally, these are my beauty tips. And always wear sunscreen, especially on your face and your décolletage. Your 40-year-old self will thank you. Oh, and another beauty tip, don't use heat on your hair unless you have to. So like unless you're going somewhere special, try not to use heat on your hair. Like even when I blow dry my hair, I only have it on the lowest heat setting just to kind of blast it and get some of the moisture out of it. Yeah, so try not to use a straightener or a curling iron or a blow dry unless you have to, especially if your hair's like got bleach in it, so if you're light. I'm gonna use the Ardell Lashes in Natural. So someone asked, where is that cute black set from? So I hired that set from Sorella Designer Hire, her Instagram is. And she's one of my clients. She's such a beautiful girl. Her name's Claudia. This set is Sir the label. And I just wore like little bike shorts, high-waisted bike shorts underneath because the pants are completely see-through. I'm just going to answer this question now because I have it in my hand. What's your favorite go-to eyeshadow palette at the moment? It's by Colourpop and it's Baby Got Peach. I like it because it's got all of these tones in it, the peachy tones, and it's got this one that's a bit deeper for your crease and then some lighter ones here that are a little bit more fun. Where do you get your hair done? I get my hair done at Hair and Harlow. I see Justine, she has been doing my hair for like the last, 4 years maybe. We do some foils, we do a root shadow because I like my roots a little bit deeper. Sometimes we do some low lights. If it's looking a bit blonde all over, we might put some low lights back in. She always uses Olaplex. That's about it as far as my hair goes. It's a bit longer now. But I would go to any of the girls at Hair and Harlow. They're all amazing. The team is amazing. I always use the shampoo that they tell me to use because I think that's like the biggest tip with hair care is it's actually what you're using at home. Same as your skin. You can go and get facials, but if you're going home and using Garnier, babes, probably not gonna do a very good job. Nothing against Garnier, but when you pay so much money for something, you need to use the equal at-home care regime. This is one of the last questions. How long have you and your husband been together and how did you meet? So, we have been together for 9 years this year. He bloody stole the best years from me, I tell ya. He's amazing. He is my best friend. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be married. There's absolutely no one else that I would want to marry. So I'd still be probably single and probably not mingling. How did we meet? So 9 years ago, I moved down here for ballroom dancing. I was living here for a few months, probably about 5 months. And I said to my dance teacher, how did you meet your husband? Like, you guys are just so compatible. He's so supportive. Like, they were both our coaches. They're married. And she's like, well, Rachel, when I was your age, I moved to London for ballroom dancing. And I was super lonely. And I was like, that's me. I've moved here. I know like 4 people, and they're coupled up. So I was like the 5th wheel. And she's like, I was super lonely and I just felt ready to meet someone. And I just went down to the local park and I wrote a big long list of all the things that I wanted in my dream guy. And then I burnt it. And she's like, it was just to set it out to the universe. It wasn't to like put any pressure on meeting someone, but so I knew in my head what I wanted in my dream guy. And I was like, I'm listening. I'm all ears. And then she's like, and 2 weeks later, he walked into my life and we've been married for 35 years or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do it. And she's like, don't do it to necessarily meet someone. Just do it to set out to the universe what you want, what your standards are, what's going to truly make you happy, truly make you whole. And is that weird? Truly make you whole. You know what I mean? So one of my girlfriends and I, we were having wines at my place, my little Povo unit in town, because that's all I could afford when I was broke and moved here for dancing. Oh, I can't tell this story while I'm doing lip liner. So we were having homemade punch at our Pov little unit, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do that thing that my coach was telling me about. And she's like, what? Like, she hadn't even heard the story. So I told her the story. Anyway, I started writing everything down on a piece of paper that I wanted in my dream guy, and it was stupid specific. Must be able to drive a manual car, must be a social butterfly but not arrogant, must be not rich but smart with his money, must understand my dancing and support me but not be too involved, must be really good with my family because I've got like a broken family and, you know, they're remarried and it's family. I can't even remember everything on the list. We went down to the lighthouse and we burnt it, and literally 2 weeks later, Matt walked into the dance studio with one of his mates. Actually, I was in the toilet out the back when they walked into the dance studio, and my dance coach ran out the back and she's like, boom, 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 Rachel. And I was like, oh my God, someone's fallen over or something, because I worked at the dance studio. And she's like, Rachel, there's 2 hot young guys out the front and I need you to serve them right now. And I was like, oh fuck, here we go. Like, they're gonna be just people who I'm not interested in. But anyways, And I started walking, came out the door, walked down the long studio. There were mirrors all up one side. And I saw two guys standing down the end. And Matt turned to his friend and said something. And then they both started laughing. And I'm like, here we go, two smart asses. And I'm like, hey guys, how you going? How can I help you? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, we just want to learn a bit of hip hop, salsa, rah, rah. We can only do Monday nights at 8:30. And I was like, oh, well, at that time, we're doing a social class. Do you guys want to jump into that class? Nah, we want to do privates, rah, rah. I said, I'm going to have to speak to my coach because all the teachers are doing the social class at the same time. So I'll see if we can work something out in a separate room. Yeah, no worries. I said, I'll get one of your numbers. Oh, I'll give you my number because my mate works in the mines. I'm like, okay, I'll get your number. Wrote it down. Anyway, started texting, booked them in for a lesson with one of my friends because my coach wanted me to stay in the main class. He was like, oh, what shoes do we wear? Like texting beforehand. They came to the session and I would have a 15-minute interval. So I'd pop my head into this room, check how the guys are going, and Jane was their coach, one of my best friends. And anyway, we were just chitting, chatting, bit of flirtation. And I would always partner up with Matt, and Jane would partner up with his friend because she's like, oh, while you're here, Rach, we'll do like a, we'll put the music on and I'll get you to dance with Matt. And I was like, I'm partnering up with Matt. And then I remember on the 5th week I was sick. I said to Jane, I need you to find out 2 things: how old he is and if he's single. And she's like, all right. So she went in and she said that he was asking heaps of questions about me as well. So then I was like, all right, it's on. And apparently he found out that I was single. So the next week he made a move. He basically asked me out, took me out for dinner, drinks. We literally dated, like no kissing or anything. He would take me out for dinners for like 3 months or 2.5 months. We would talk on the phone every single night for 3 hours. I'm not kidding. We were like just non-stop communication. So he asked me to be his girlfriend, and then when he asked me to be his wife, he proposed at the lighthouse where I wished for him. So we were on a sunrise walk. We'd been together for about 5.5 years, and he was like, we just went on a sunrise walk. He got down on one knee and he's like, this is where you wished for your perfect man, and this is where I'm proposing to my perfect woman, Rachel Marie McIntosh. Will you marry me? And I was like, ah! It was the best day ever. Anyways, so that wraps up this Q&A. Hope I didn't ramble too much. I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know what you want in the next video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.